Hello, and thank you for clicking on this and watching this video. We're going to look at just the nature of sales orders in Premier and Enterprise. And there is a few different things in the Manufacturer Wholesale edition, as well as a Retail edition and Account edition you won't see in some of the other Premier editions. However, and I'm talking about the Sales Order Fulfillment Worksheet, but let's kind of look at the life of a sales order and why it's important. All right, so it's a non-posting transaction. You can find it in your preferences, some of the key preferences there. You go to Sales and Customers, and Company Preferences, you'll say Enable Sales Orders. And there's a few warnings there, and you can choose a template for a packing slip or a pick list. And this is, again, non-posting. It's not going to affect any accounts. And then you can also progress invoice against the sales order to close it, and you can even go to purchase order. So kind of starts the process here. You would not have seen this in Pro. You click on Sales Order, and I'm going to choose a particular customer that I have here for D. Brolin. And I'm going to sell a few things. Now the things I'm actually going to sell I don't have in stock yet. Right? So some inventory parts, a big unit that she's going to order. Notice I get the current availability, look, not enough quantity to sell. And also within the Premier and Enterprise, not in Pro, right? Pro would get that pop-up too, but the current availability, there's actually a little icon here you can click on, and it tells me I have nothing anywhere, not even out on purchase orders or reserved for assemblies or even on sales orders. So I got to do some ordering to get this unit in, and I'm also going to go ahead and bring in, she's buying a mid-size unit as well, or a small unit. Say a big unit and a small unit. And we're going to order just, maybe 2 of each. Okay, so that's my sales order for Don. And now from here, I know I'll have to create a purchase order. So I can go, like up at the top, you can go to Invoice, or I can, in this case, I'm going to go to a purchase order and create purchase order for all allowed items, or you could create them for selected items. And when you give you kind of this option, you can choose them, and I'm going to pick them both up, and quantity too, and that's what I want. Okay, so I'm going to click OK. It's going to bring you over to the purchase order, and I'm going to go ahead and choose my, D-Sleet vendor. And this will just, again, non-posting as well. So I'm going to go ahead and save and close this. And I still have my sales order. Nothing's been invoiced yet. You can back order if you want, but I don't even have any quantity, so I'm not going to go there. And go back to the home page, and I'm actually just going to receive the inventory, in this case with a bill, and choose D-Sleet. I have open purchase orders exist. Check off the purchase order there. Going to bring them both in. Now this will increment my inventory for both the big and small units. Click Save and Close. Now if I go to my back to the sales order, now I can actually go and do the invoice as well. And I can create an invoice for all orders or selected orders or something like that. If you want to do selected orders, selected items, I can choose big and small unit. Show quantity available instead of quantity on hand if I want. The quantity you have available to promise versus what's on hand. You have that option as well. And I'm going to go ahead and click OK, and it's going to convert the sales order to an invoice. And then I go ahead and click Save and Close. Done. And that's kind of the benefit of the sales order, and you can run reports on what sales orders you have by customer and by item. So it doesn't actually affect AR or income yet because you haven't fulfilled the order yet. Now let's do another sales order, and this time I'm going to do here for S. Kilda, and in this case she's going to do a mid-size unit. Again, I have nothing here in order 5. So I'm going to click Save and Close. Now if I go to my sales order fulfillment worksheet, again this is some of the Premiers. Notice this is fulfillable, this order here, but for S. Kilda there's nothing can I fulfill. Right? So I can click this if I want to do a pick list or a packing slip or something, or I can just double click to open up the sales order itself, and I'm going to go and again do a purchase order for all allowed items and choose Doug Sleet here and click Save and Close. Or you write a check or enter a bill. This time maybe I'll just do an item receipt without a bill, choose Doug again, and then when I tab off open purchase orders exist. And now I can click Save and Close. I have the items to sell. Now if I go back to my sales order fulfillment worksheet, you'll see that I can actually fulfill the items there. And I have to refresh it. 1 second here. Okay. There we go. It's fulfillable now. So I can open the sales order and finally go ahead to invoice. And this time I'm going to invoice for all the orders. And click Save and Close. So that's the nature of sales orders in Premier and Enterprise.